Welcome to today's session of our weekly live video coach chat session. My name is Rich Allen, your business coach. Thanks for joining me today. Here we are. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. Hope you're having a great one. It's crunch time. We're in the middle of April, just past tax day, so hopefully you've gotten that issue behind you, and now you're focused on growing your business and working it hard for the rest of this month and leading into the summer. So we're at this point in the year where sometimes it takes us a little bit extra motivation and energy to get ourselves back up on our game. I've had a couple of experiences here over the last couple of weeks with some clients who have said, I just feel like I'm sluggish. I'm in the doldrums a little bit. I need to get re-energized. I need to get refocused. So I thought I'd ask you today to think about who is it that you use to help you get inspired, get remotivated, get energized in your business. Is there someone you follow? Is there someone you particularly like or you respect their judgment, their wisdom, and can use that to kind of energize yourself? Because as leaders, we need to do that. We need to be inspirational to our team. And sometimes we need some inspiration ourselves. I'll tell you that one of my mentors, I consider him, that I go to when I'm looking for ways to get inspired, is a guy named Keith Cunningham. Keith is a brilliant entrepreneur, a brilliant coach. He has done a lot of work, and in fact is the brains behind the Rich Dad Poor Dad concept. So many of the financial models in Rich Dad Poor Dad were actually those of Keith Cunningham's. And I follow Keith. I look to him for inspiration, and sometimes I need that. I don't know who you go to or where you go, but you need to find some place, and you need to find someone that you can go to, because we all need to be inspired. And as leaders, we need to inspire our people. And let me share with you something that I picked up from Keith here recently that I think is important for us as leaders of our business, that we need to pass along to our folks. See, as leaders, we have to do 5 things really well when we're communicating to our team. There are 5 things we have to get right if we want to inspire those around us. Let me share with you those 5. I think you'll find them interesting here today. One is, you need to make sure that you're communicating well the outcomes you expect from your team. So you need to be able to clearly articulate what it is you expect from your team. So the outcomes and the expectations, right? What are those things that we want to see from the customer's perspective as an outcome? What are the expectations that I have of you as a person on my team delivering those? The third thing I need to articulate, you need to be able to articulate to your team, are the metrics and measures that you're going to use to determine how well people are going. Everybody needs a measurement tool. Everybody needs to know and be able to have a way to be able to grade their performance. And you as the leader need to be able to determine and share with them, here's the way that we're going to measure your work output. The fourth thing you need to do is you need to be able to provide them with coaching and corrective actions. No one's going to be perfect. No one's going to get things right every time or right the first time. We've got to be Johnny on the spot. We've got to be able to give good coaching feedback in a timely manner to the folks around us. So we have to provide them with what the outcomes we expect. We have to set the expectations for their behaviors. We need to give them the measures and the metrics that we're going to use to gauge their performance. We need to make sure that we're giving them constant and timely corrections and coaching on how to improve and how to do things better. And most importantly, one that we tend to forget about is we need to set the consequences when things don't go well. Right? We all are motivated by knowing that when things don't go well, there's a consequence to that. Without a consequence, there's no motivation for us to do things the way that we need to get them done. So as leaders, we have to inspire our team through those 5 areas: setting outcomes, clearly articulating expectations, setting up the metrics and measures that we're going to use, giving corrective actions or coaching our folks to better performance, and defining what the consequences are for substandard performance. If we do those 5 things and communicate those clearly, we'll inspire our team to do better. We'll inspire our team to their top level performance. So how are you doing in those 5 areas right now? Which of those 5 areas, if I were to ask you to pick one, do you have opportunities to get better in? That you could do better at, that might help improve the output of your team? Is it in defining the outcomes you want in terms of what your customer should expect? Is it by setting the expectations of what you demand and expect from the people that work with you? Is it holding them accountable through metrics and having specific measures? Is it giving them instant feedback at the time that they need it so that they can get better right now when the learning is at its peak? Or is it defining that there truly are consequences to behaviors that aren't consistent with what we want? Which of those areas would you focus on this week? Pick one, take some time, think about it, and come up with a plan on how you are going to get better as a leader in one of those 5 areas. If you just focus on one of those 5 this week, your team's going to recognize it. They're going to get better. They're going to see you as a leader who inspires them to do great things. And it's going to change the trajectory of your business. It's a great lesson that I've picked up from my mentor, Keith Cunningham, that I'm going to share with you so that you can apply it in your business. Hope that makes sense to you. Hope that works for you. Give it a try this week. Give me some feedback on what you find out. Would love to hear from you. This is Rich Allen, your business coach. Hoping that you have a great week this week. I'll tell you as I do every week, ride hard, and we'll talk again next week. Have a great one.